Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Billy F. Gates, aka Steamer Billy Beeman. I'm here with my guys, Jose and Ant, and this is your Fantasy Presents Game Time, our sports talk podcast, man. We got a great show for you tonight because, the Kings, they finally clinched the playoffs. So, what drought, man? What drought y'all talking about? We in the playoffs. You guys can't talk to us right now, you know what I'm saying? I don't know any other team that clinched the playoffs, but we'll talk about it, man. Jose, how you feeling about the Kings right now, bro?
Hey, I'm excited, thrilled. It's been a long time coming. Every year I say it's our year. As a true fan, hoping and wishing, and it's finally come true. And hey, in 2 weeks when the playoff starts, hey, you gotta be downtown regardless. The whole city, it's gonna be crazy.
I feel it. Ant, how you doing tonight, man? I know you're not a Kings fan. I know you're a Laker fan, and I know
I've
that.
lived in Sacramento my whole life, born and raised. So I mean, you got to respect it. It's good for the city, good for the fans, good for the rivalry. As you can see, I'm wearing that Laker yellow. So hopefully we get that 6 seed and play you on the first round and show you what's up.
I feel it.
Okay.
Appreciate that. That's big coming from a Laker fan, man.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, so quick rundown on what we got going on tonight. We talking about that Sacramento Kings playoff clinch. Drought's over. We talking the Western Conference playoff outlook. The teams that are fighting for a spot for the play-in tournament. We also talking the same thing with the Eastern Conference side. We got some boxing updates, that Benavidez versus Plant match that happened over the weekend. It was pretty good, man. We're talking about it all. Also, we got another conversation piece where we're going to talk about Tank versus Ryan Garcia. And, the keys to victory for Mr. Ryan, and even if he can get it done. Also, it was opening week in the MLB. You already know my Oakland A's are 1-0. You know what I'm saying? And then we talking about that light slap. And the Giants, man. Shout out to the Giants. They gave the Yankees a 5-0 win. I mean, they did something right. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right to it, man. We talking Kings, baby. Drought's over. After 16 years, the Sacramento Kings have finally clinched a playoff spot. Crazy, man. 16 years. Now the longest franchise that hasn't been to the playoffs is the Jets at 12 years. But anyways, again, you ready for a playoff game, Jose?
Hey, nosebleeds might cost $1,000. I'm not gonna spend it, but hey, I'll be downtown for sure, 100%. Hopefully somebody else is buying me drinks because I might get a little too crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild out there.
The Weber days, Page's days, all Mike Bibby, they all gone now, man. We got a new squad. Hey, we're ready to go. It's all about Fox, Sabonis, and the whole crew. So yeah, I'm excited, thrilled. Like I said, we're gonna be downtown partying. You gotta be there, Sacramento. You gotta be there.
We might have to go out there and, record the whole videos and see what the playoff atmosphere is like in Sacramento. We'll probably do that and we'll drop it on the YouTube channel, man. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely going to be some fun. And then, yeah, man, do got a question about this. I know it's a joyous time for us and we're celebrating like crazy, especially, being 16 years removed from the playoffs. Do you think that this Sacramento Kings team will make it out of the first round?
Yeah, I do. 100%. I don't honestly care who you play. I think you guys are pretty well. Like I said in the last podcast, you guys are pretty well overall team. You got a pretty good squad on there. You guys got that swag to you guys. You guys are pretty deep compared to a lot of other teams in the West. Yeah, I see you guys coming out of the first round.
All right, Jose, what are your thoughts on that?
It's gonna be tough. Depends on who her opponent is. Only team I don't want to see, obviously right now, it's going to be the Nuggets, but we'll see them eventually. It's the Warriors, man. I don't want to see the Warriors. I heard Draymond on his podcast talking about he wants to see us for the lone fact that we're pretty close to home to them. So it's traveling. It's not that not too far, which makes sense. Professional players want to travel too much. They can jog here if they wanted to. So
yeah, that's true.
And that team is won 4 championships past 6-7 years and 2 experience. So it'll be a good matchup though. And I think the Kings need that for sure. If we got them, it's gonna be tough. But if we can get them in the first round, it's eliminate one of the best teams from the get go. It's gonna be good.
If we can get them out the way in the first round.
I mean, if the Lakers want, the Lakers don't want that work. You see AD, Mr. Glass already got hurt today. You know, I don't know what he did to his ankle, but ain't nothing new. LeBron, you know, he's getting up there in the age. He's already almost 40, so he don't want that work.
Who's guarding him?
It don't matter.
It does matter.
It don't matter. He can score.
Nobody's guarding him.
He can
That's
score
why.
50 points, and we'll still beat him.
You should be
I've seen the guys.
You should be worried about LA.
I've seen the guys score
You
50
should
points,
be worried
triple double
about
in a
LA.
series, and they still lost.
You talking about Denver? Denver. I think you guys beat Denver pretty easily.
Nah, Kings got major problems with bigs.
You scared of Denver. So.
Nah, you can't keep up with us.
You scared of Denver.
You can't keep up with us.
What you mean? We got young guns.
All right, nah.
We got Mayo Mamba.
You don't bring the oxygen tanks out for you guys.
Yeah, stop that. We'll see.
Yeah, right
If we
now.
get that 16.
Right now we clinched the top 4 seed. Where projected seed is at number 3. Our current first round matchup is versus the Warriors. The tiebreaker versus Denver tied 1-1 with 1 to play. Tiebreaker versus Memphis. Kings currently own via conference win percentage, and tiebreaker versus Phoenix. Kings own via division leader, and then the tiebreaker versus Golden State. Warriors lead 2-1 with 1 to play. That is what it's looking like for us right now, man.
I think the Kings only got to win after tonight's game. When we win, I think we only got to win one more to lock in the number 3 seed.
You think that the Kings can make it to number 2 seed? I mean, at least the second place in the Western Conference. I think we're only like 1 or 2 games back.
Yeah, we're 2 games behind the Grizzlies, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be tough. They got a job back, and they wouldn't win the games even without them. So it's gonna be tough.
Nah, they're pretty tough out there in Memphis. I think they got the 2 pretty locked in. They're playing to win every night. You know, they're not sitting anybody when they don't have to. So I think they're pretty well set there at the 2. I think you guys got 3, which is pretty good achievement based off your preseason goals.
They actually just beat the Clippers today, 108-94. That brings them to 49-28 on the season. I'm talking about Memphis here. So yeah.
What are the Clippers now? What?
The Clippers are
The
41-37.
Clippers are, they're supposed to be a pretty good team, you know.
Clippers are
They have a lot of big
actually
names.
4th, 5th. They're 5th.
They have a lot of big names over there.
They are 5th.
They made some trades at the deadline to help out their squad.
When they want to play.
So right now from CBS.com, this is what the Western Conference is looking like. The number 1 is Denver, number 2 Memphis, the Kings at number 3, Phoenix at 4, Clips at 5, GSW at 6, and then this is the play-in tournament. Pelicans, Timberwolves, Lakers, then Oklahoma City Thunder. So that is what it's looking like. So are you, as a Laker fan, looking forward to this play-in tournament?
I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want to be in the play-in. I want my team in the top 6, especially with the new format. But it is what it is. The injury bug kills the Lakers for the past 2-3 seasons now. So I mean, that's kind of one of those things where you got to overcome it, and we haven't been able to. So we're in the situation that we're in now. But yeah, I mean, as long as we don't, I mean, I think we can win 2 games regardless. The 7 and 8, pretty sure they got to win 2-1. I think we're fine there, but I don't want to win 2. I don't want to win 2 games. I want to win 1. If we're actually in the play-in, which I don't honestly. I've been saying for a while now, we're not going to be in the play-in. I think we're going to be 6-7. Hopefully we're the 6. I'm really hoping we push for the 6. I think LeBron's motivated. He's going to get his guys around him, and we're going to make that push to get the 6 seed.
You guys are 38-38, or you guys are 39-38 right now.
We won tonight. We beat Minnesota. So yeah, we're 7 right now.
I tell you what, the Lakers get the 6th seed.
That's what I'm saying,
It's
man.
gonna be a crazy series.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the moments.
One of the
it's gonna be
biggest
one of those
rivalries.
It's almost like they wrote the script, you know. One of those scripts.
Yeah. No. That trade for D'Angelo Russell that helped you guys.
I was saying in the car over here, I was like, man, the trade deadline did wonders for us. We made some good moves. We got rid of Russell Westbrook, which I got mixed feelings about, but it helps the team overall. So you kind of just gotta bite that bullet. But yeah, overall the team's a lot better. We run and gun. Unlike my buddy right here said, Jose, we can't run with you. We can run with the Kings. We can run with most teams in the West. And I'm not too worried about that at all. Like I said, I'm just worried about getting hurt. To be honest with you, as long as we stay healthy, man, it's it's the mount. It's up here for us if we don't get hurt.
Yeah, get an ice bath ready. You gonna be running circles around here.
Hey, it's all good, man. We got all ice we need.
It's gonna be bad.
Any team that comes to Sacramento though is gonna have a tough time, especially with the Sacramento crowd.
Oh, most
Do you think that? All right, so as you know, King Stadium is always rocking, but do you think that come playoff time that the Sacramento area, all these fans, they can turn it up a notch and really like cause some trouble for any team that comes in here?
100%.
Warriors, Lakers.
Yeah, 100%, man. The Sacktown rocks it when they got the opportunity. Obviously, y'all haven't had an opportunity in a long time. Other than Sacramento Republic, they've been around for a while now. They've been doing their thing, but the Sacramento Kings have been in Sacramento for decades, and you guys haven't had the opportunity to experience playoff basketball. Now that it's a lock, you guys will come hard. And I know you will. I know Kings fans. I got a lot of Kings fans as friends, and I just know that I know the atmosphere. Growing up in Sac, Kobe, Shaq, Vlade, Mike Bibby, Chris Webber, the whole shebang, man. We know how it goes. It's no different now. It's gonna be gritty. It's gonna be hard-headed playoff basketball, and they're not gonna take any. Neither team's gonna take any crap from either one. So I mean, no matter who they play. So hopefully we get Lakers Kings playoff basketball. But if we don't, so be it. But either way, it's good for the city.
It's great for the city, man.
Yeah.
Hey, bring them old cowbells in. They allow it.
Yeah, they rusty.
Hey, that's fine.
Hey, they rusty.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, we can bring those in. The crazy part about if that series were to happen is you'd have 45.
Glare on my thing.
I want to say 50-50, but you'd have a lot of Laker fans in there.
Yeah.
So that's why the atmosphere would be pretty crazy. And we went to the Boston game 2 weeks ago. There was a lot of Boston fans there. Obviously it's a major franchise right there. It just shows how certain teams and their fans roll. So I've seen it firsthand before with the Laker fans, and they can fill that stadium halfway too, or I say arena. But it'll be a crazy series for sure. And I'm not worried about the Lakers though.
No, you should be, but we'll see.
Not worried about the Lakers. I'm not even worried about the Warriors, to be honest with you. It's just, I think, for me, it's more of the Kings imploding rather than getting beat by a team. Especially, this is our first time, 16 years. Fox has never been, but you got Sabonis, you got Red Velvet. These guys have been to the playoffs. So, looking for those two to actually, also, you got Barnes, too, Harrison Barnes, who's obviously been there, done that. And we got 3 solid players. So hopefully those 3 keep this team intact. If not, man, you don't want Malik Monk. You don't want you just don't want players like that just losing their cool, and then next thing you know, we're down 3-1. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when you play teams like the Warriors, who've been in the playoffs for the past decade and a half, stuff like that, and they've had pretty much the same squad forever, you're gonna have to come up strong. You're gonna have to come 100% with your A game every night. If you beat the Warriors 4 to 7 times, that's saying a lot about the Golden State Warriors. I don't care who's on their squad. If you guys do play in the first round. If you beat the Warriors, like I said last week's podcast, I think you beat the Warriors regardless, but I think you're a deeper team. And I think that the Warriors, they just don't have enough. With Wiggins going through his thing on the sidelines, that's going to be a big blow to that team if he doesn't come back, which he probably isn't. And just the overall game, that crowd, man, the crowd in Sac, man, I haven't been to too many arenas in the NBA or just in sports in general, but Sac turns it on. They get loud. It's like the only comparison I can do with that is probably Arrowhead. I've never been to Arrowhead, but just off pregame stuff and watching games, Sac gets loud. They get hyphy. They get intense. They get just they get mouthy. They're not every fan's gonna be nice, and that all takes into effect when you play there. Some players will take it the wrong way. Some players might get rattled by it. Some might like it. Who knows? But it's going to be a different environment knowing that it's playoff basketball.
I see some San Jose Shark fans get crazy.
Yeah, man.
I see some hockey fans get crazy.
Man.
That's a different sport, but still, man. The fans are a little
California, man. It's a different breed.
up there.
All right, man. Eastern Conference, man. Let's talk about it real quick. Oh yeah, we got Truth in the building in the Twitch chat. He said Warriors in 5. I'm sorry, my guy. We can bet on it, man. Once playoff time happens, man. Paul, we betting live on whatever podcast. You got to come up here. You got to come to Game Time, bro, and then we betting up here for sure. Eastern Warriors losing 5. Charlie Alvarado, shout out to Charlie in the chat. So, as far as I didn't even pay attention. We got the whole chat like lined up over there. So Eastern Conference, we got Bucks at 1, we got Celtics 2, 76ers 3, Cavs, the Knicks at 5, we got the Nets at 6, Heat at 7, the Hawks 8, Toronto at 9, and the Bulls at 10.
Yeah, they're still in there somehow.
Yeah, so that's what it's looking like over there. Who do you think takes the East?
And it's like a crash course between Tatum and Giannis. That's what it's looking like.
Tatum and Giannis.
That's what it's looking like, honestly.
Celtics, man. I think the Celtics. Take it. Celtics to the finals.
Dominant this year. The Celtics overall, they've dealt with some injuries, early on, but Marcus Smart got hurt for a little bit. But I mean, they're a pretty deep squad overall. I think the only flaw is that they don't really got a true big man, and with Joel Embiid, I think that's gonna be tricky for him if they play. But overall, I think the Celtics pretty much got that on lock in the East.
That'd be a good matchup to see Embiid versus Giannis.
Yeah, that'd be pretty too.
You see that step back he did the other day?
That'd be pretty.
That 3? Oh, that was pretty good.
Paul's saying 100. Lock it now. We can lock it now. We locking it.
Woo!
I'm good. 100 on my
Hear
side,
that,
bro.
baby, on the pod.
I'm locking it.
My boy Paul.
Shake my hand.
100 piece.
Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
My boy Paul's a Warrior fan, by the way. So.
Yeah, we got
True
Charlie
through and
Alvarado
through.
saying the Cavaliers are taking it.
Kings fan, stop it.
There you go, Paul.
And as far as, sorry, 1 second.
If y'all didn't know, Paul Venegas Jr. gave me his Kings bobblehead collection.
Stop it.
Ask him.
Stop it.
Tell him to swear. Tell him to swear everything he loves that he didn't give him his Kings bobblehead collection.
The true story. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I like the Celtics, man. I think the
That may
Celtics
not be true.
could possibly just win it all if it's not the Kings.
Win it all. I don't know about all that.
Who do they beat in the West?
The Celtics?
I mean, who do they lose to in the
In
West?
the East?
Yeah, the Celtics.
I've always been on Miami's tail. I like Miami a lot. They're gritty. Miami's always they're tough, dude. I don't care who they play.
No, Butler gave him that grit.
Yeah, they'll smack you in the face, and they don't care. They'll take you seven straight 1-point games. They don't care. But I feel like Philadelphia, they got like this weird thing about it where they just don't overcome when it comes to when it gets really tough and gritty like Miami does. Philadelphia doesn't have that. I feel like Harden kind of fell off a little bit. He's not really like that guy no more.
And he took a major step back. Like he just gave the team. Like he showed up and he just gave the reins. With obviously still didn't.
Yeah, he just took the back seat.
He's not even
Harden
trying.
no more.
Yeah.
Like he's not 30 points a night guy no more. I'm like, what are you doing? Now he's trying to be like a true point guard, and that's hurting his game. That's hurting Philadelphia, in my opinion. I mean, I know you don't want a guy going out there shooting 40 times and hitting 15 shots like Harden normally does, but you want Harden to be more aggressive. And if he's not going to be that hard no more, then Philadelphia's going to have some problems, especially against Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Those caliber players. Those guys come out every night balling. So
it seems like ever since I won't say the rule changed for him, but the refs stopped calling all the fouls for him.
Yeah,
he was
that
getting,
is
he
true
was getting
too.
to the line like
Yeah,
20 times a
all,
game.
all the new rules and all the new crybaby stuff they were getting. Yeah, that is a lot, that is a big point right there. He hasn't been getting all the same razzle dazzle stuff he used to get, like all those ticky tack fouls and all the and ones, all that stuff. That is a good point. But yeah, I feel like Miami. Miami. I mean, I don't want to be too crazy, but I even feel like the Knicks could give some teams some trouble. I hope the Knicks are kind of like the Kings in my opinion. The Knicks are one of those teams who never really have too much success in the past couple decades, and they're one of those teams that they need it. Like they're on the New York team, they need that swag back. They need that credibility. And I feel like there's one of those teams that could have a little chip on their shoulder.
What's the standings for the Knicks?
What's it, like 6? 5
Yeah, they're
6.
6.
They're one of those teams.
Sorry, they're at 5 right now. They're 45 and 33.
You get the credibility back. I thought the Knicks would make a little bit of a run too, but Julius Randle, that guy's a monster, man.
He's been good.
Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, that 1-2 right there is pretty nice. I do feel they need a RJ Barrett. He's not enough, but they do need a little more to make a championship run. But right now, they can make a deep run in the playoffs.
Man, he's improved a lot over the years for sure.
Monster.
A lot. And the Lakers had him, right? And
Yeah.
obviously they traded him, the whole LeBron thing, but when he went to New York, he stepped it up big time. Big time.
Yeah, it seems like everybody we dish away blossoms after we get rid of them.
Not Lonzo.
I mean, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, his knee problems are unfortunate, but it is part of the game. Not everybody's going to come out, scot free.
So who's your favorite to win it all this year? Right now, we're not even hitting the playoffs. We'll talk more about it in the playoffs, but just like an early prediction.
If it ain't my Kings, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Giannis once again.
Giannis?
It's the Bucks, man. I've seen Giannis, and he takes over too many games single handedly, and the guy could get from half court to the hoop in 3 steps.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, when he plays team ball, but when he wants to dominate, yeah, I mean, there's no stopping that guy.
Yeah, no, you're right. He is a dominant player, one of the best in the league.
Yeah, I don't want to sound too biased, but I do feel like the trade deadline made some huge wonders for our team. Like I said, and we'd made a difference. And if it's not the Lakers, like my boy right here said, not the Kings, I'm probably going to roll with that Giannis bandwagon as well. They're just too good coaching, too good on the depth chart. They got the whole team. They got the whole swag with them over there in Milwaukee. Giannis, man, I don't know how he gets it done. He's not a skilled player. He's not he's not one of those guys who just dribbles on the court and shakes you or posts you up. He's just a bully. Like I don't know. Like it's weird, but Giannis gets it done night in, night out, and if the Lakers and LeBron don't get it done, I think Milwaukee probably wins it.
I don't know, man. I think Boston.
Boston?
I think Boston can do it.
Go.
That's the only other team that I'll actually root for is Boston.
I mean, they got squad, man. But I just feel like their overall depth, they don't got enough depth to win it. In my opinion, I just feel like they don't have enough of those not necessarily role players, but it's those overall like guys who can come in and just help you out when maybe Jaylen Brown's not in, or maybe when Tatum has to sit for a few minutes. The overall team, I feel like needs a little retooling, but they'll definitely be in the mix for sure. They were in the finals last year or 2 years ago, one or the other. Yeah, they were in the finals either way.
It was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, they lost. They lost, but I mean they got there.
It's all good, man. Well, you know what? The Kings right now, just a quick update. What's up with the Kings right now, Jose? You got the score?
Pretty sure they won. They're up a lot.
It's
Little.
It's a fourth. It's a
Are you guys
quarter.
playing anybody that's starting their team?
It's quarter 4 right now. The Kings
I've been
are
saying
up.
this for like months now. You guys, I'm not trying to make no excuses. I'm not trying to make it sound funky, but the Kings get a lot of bailout games where they don't play full squads. I just find that a little.
It's 110 to 99 right
like,
now.
I feel like as an outside opinion, I feel like the Kings are gonna have trouble with that. a 7-game series when they got to play a full squad. For
You hear that,
7
Circle?
straight
The
games.
46 games that we won, we did not play full squads. We did not play full squads.
It's always a Laker fan.
I mean,
huh?
for probably like, I don't know, I mean, a bunch of them. You played like the Rockets a bunch of times in a row and you had juiced that up. Like, I mean, come on, man.
Even though the Lakers have the easiest schedule since the All-Star break, let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
you
we're
know?
the 7th seed, baby.
Okay.
Woo!
Hey, for now, 5 games to go.
Yeah,
We'll
no, like I
see.
said, it's 110-99. Kings are up. It's fourth quarter with 8 minutes left. You know, we Sacramento proud. It's Beam Team all
You
day.
guys playing tonight?
Yeah, we're playing right now.
Blazers.
Oh, you said who we're playing tonight?
Woo! Well, watch out. Is it in Portland or inside?
Yeah, it's in Portland.
Okay.
Back-to-back games
The
in
last
Portland.
one's in Portland.
Yeah, both of them in
Back to
Portland.
back.
Back to back in Portland?
Yeah.
When do you ever?
Like,
Hey, there you go. My point exactly. Whoever has back to back games in one stadium, like, come on, bro. That's some weird shit.
how's that weird?
But you never played back to backs in one stadium.
It's like, I mean,
You-
like, it was 2 days ago. I mean, we just stayed in
you
Portland.
never, that's honestly that's probably the first time I've ever heard somebody playing back to back games in one
No,
stadium.
we did, when we went to the game in December,
There's no way.
it was back to back.
Back to back.
and we played the same squad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that
Yeah.
before. I hear
Same
you,
squad.
I hear you play Portland, and Portland come to sack the next night or something like that. I've never heard Portland back to backs.
Yeah, no, they stayed at home twice this.
Well, jeez, there
on
you
this
go. My
one.
point exactly. There you go. Beating teams with nothing. Dame's done.
Hater.
He's riding the pine.
You said beam team. Light the beam. My boy Ant got
Light
6
that
new
beam,
pair of
baby.
shades.
Like that beam, man.
No, that beam's
Like
coming
that.
through his whole
I
blind.
can't wait till you like that beam when we play the first round.
All right, man. What's up, man?
I'm gonna be
What's
wherever
up?
y'all are.
Next up, man, we
get
got
that
this.
pop,
We got this little boxing thing. I just want to ask you guys, what happened? You guys would say, I forgot what you guys were saying last week. You guys said something about Plant was gonna knock him out, Benavidez out in the 7th. It was gonna be a stoppage. What happened though, man?
Unfortunately, I've been on the Caleb Plant train for a long time, going on a couple years for sure, and he's let me down, man. He's let me down. He knocked out the random last fight, and then he came in. This is probably a bigger fight than honestly Canelo, but he needed this fight to bring his name back up, and he didn't do it. So I'm just kind of ashamed by the fact that he didn't come in stronger with what he did. This guy just got dismantled. He got worked for at least
From round
8
7 and
total
on.
rounds. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say overall maybe he won 4, maybe 4. And that's give him some love. I'm off the Plant train. Unfortunately, I've been this guy's back for a long time. I do ride harder with my guys, but yeah, I'm done with Caleb Plant. There's too many other fighters in the world to to take chances on the Caleb Plant.
I just want to say that I called it.
You did call it.
Called it straight up.
There
I
you
said,
go. That's the first call of the podcast. Goes to George. He did
Benavidez.
call Benavidez
by
Owen
decision.
Plant.
I
Yeah.
said by decision. I said it was going
That's
all
the first.
12.
That's the first call of the podcast. 1-0. Me and Jose 0-1. A lot of calls to come. But yeah,
Definitely.
there you go.
We're gonna-
That
we're
is
gonna-
true though. Yeah.
we're gonna keep it
I
tally.
love it, man. I love it. We can keep adding them up as we go. But yeah, I don't know. He just came in. He came in with that strong demeanor, and he didn't show in the fight. Like he came in talking all that stuff, like they like boxers always do. And it gets hyphy during the pressers and all this and that. But during the fight, he just didn't show it. Like he was just too. I don't know. I guess soft in a way. He was too soft when it came to his approach to attacking him back, and he just got rocked for at least 8 rounds.
So it was a really slow start to the fight, man. Round 1, I guess you could give it to Plant. I mean, it was just one of those filler rounds.
Yeah, the first couple rounds are always whatever.
Yeah, I mean, round 1 and 2, I gave to Plant, but I mean, it wasn't really nothing. Like I said, it was nothing crazy. But the thing that got me was all the holding, man. Plant just held him every 5 seconds, literally. He would just catch him twice and then hold him. Like I guess he was trying to get Benavidez off his game.
Yeah, that's kind of what they do.
You know what I'm
They do
saying?
that.
But it was a little too much. Like that was a lot. I get fighters trying to hold, they're tired, they get rocked a little bit. But you can't just go and punch somebody a couple times and then hold them so you don't get hit. That's not how that's just trash. That's just a trash way to box. But all the way up, I think it was round 6. Round 6, and then round 7 is when the fight went all Benavidez' way. Like, Benavidez started to demolish Plant in every single round. And I give it to Plant, though, man. He hung in there. He did. I mean, he didn't get knocked out. He took a beating like a man. Like, for real. Like, the corner didn't want to stop it. You hear the corner like, I'm not going to stop it. I know what this means to you. Shout out to the corner for letting Plant finish. Shout out to Plant for going out there and finishing. And you know what I'm saying? Benavidez, salute, man. He did what he was supposed to do. Got it done. Won by unanimous decision. And, got that interim belt. I hate interim, man. How'd you feel about it, Jose?
I caught the last couple rounds. A little busy, but like you said, Benavidez, he just demolished him at the end, pretty much. I didn't get to watch the beginning of it, but it was pretty much a beatdown. And I'm a big boxing fan. I love to see them, the fights go all 12 rounds, but
this one.
Hopefully someone can get knocked out by then. I hate to have it go to the cards because you never know. You never know.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about another fight, and then
Talk about it.
We pay to see a good fight. All fans want to see great fights. The holding, unnecessary. Like I hate when fighters hold. It just you didn't train to hold.
Yeah,
you train maneuver box. All the other moves you learn, but to hold, it's it's excessive for sure. And he lost, so like I said, I'm out the Plant train too. The guy's lost twice now, and any record. I mean, even one loss is bad. It looks bad for sure. 2, if you're not a big name fighter, it's like a big name. Canelo's always lost twice, but he's one of the biggest fighters out there. So it's hard for me, to even see him or even caring who he fights now.
Yeah, no, I've never really been a big Plant fan, so.
He's out of the mix by any means. With boxing the way it is, with all these up-and-coming fighters, he's out of the mix for a while. He's gonna win 2-3 fights just to have a chance. And the way fights work, how often they come up, there's probably like 4 to 6 month in betweens with each fight. It's gonna be a while before we see him.
He's at the picture for at least 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At least 2 years.
The way fights come about, like that, he's gonna be out of the picture for a while.
I don't know. You never know. You never know. He might have another fight in 6 months.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he won't have a fight. I'm just saying it won't be a
anything big.
Yeah, it won't be. I mean, it'll be a fight, but it won't be a main event card. It won't be. He'll be an undercard, or not undercard, but he'll be like below the main event, or 2 below the main events, somewhere around there.
Oh, you think he's dropping on the card? Oh,
yeah,
you think he's okay? He lost a bag.
He's not a main event. At least he's got to at least win one more fight for sure to be a main event again. At least, and it's got to be against somebody who's not, irrelevant.
So let me ask you this:
like Canelo's fighting.
Are Plant's championship hopes and days over at this point?
I wouldn't say over. Like it's gonna be a big. Let's just say it's gonna take at least 4 or 5 fights. Let's say that. At least.
Okay.
Just for him to get into a title shot again. Like he has to win all those matches for sure.
I mean, 5 fights. I mean, that's kind of a reach. That's a lot of fights to have to win in a row to get to where he needs to be. But I say on the high side 3. But I mean, you win 2 fights nowadays. I feel like your name's right back in the mix. But either way, that's a couple years. That's at least a year out, a year and a half out for sure in boxing, at least.
Well, I mean, if he does a fight every 4 or 5 months, even 4 months, that's 3 in the year.
But
so
that's
5.
That's not gonna happen. I mean, he'll fight. He'll fight maybe one more time this year, and he'll fight twice next year, maybe. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, but I mean, that's your average boxer. If he wants to, maybe he'll throw in 3 fights next year, but he'll fight one more time this year probably.
So 2025, that's a long time from now.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna say maybe before he becomes I'm gonna say before he comes up, more of a relevant big name opponent.
Gotcha.
At least middle of late next year. Yeah.
No, I think we're on the same page. It's just time frame wise, is and how many fights.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, 5's a lot, bro.
No, I understand. I mean, this guy. I mean, he's obviously got dominated, and 2 losses on the record. I mean, they're gonna give somebody else a solid shot.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's so many.
Plenty guys.
There's so many. There's so many. Not necessarily big names in the sport, but there's so many guys with a credible record.
Correct.
That they'll throw in there, you know. Because I mean, Canelo's fighting this guy I never even heard of, Joe Blow, and he's got a credible record, so he'll fight Canelo. Like, well, cool, got a good record. So I mean, yeah, that's how I see it. Like, guys with credible records will get thrown in there just because they got a decent record.
So do you think Plant is gonna drop weight now and go to a different division and instead of staying at super middleweight?
I hope not, because I feel like he's good
That
with
would
that.
that would revamp his whole career.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really. I hope he stays where he's at, because if he drops down, I feel like it's kind of one of those things where he's kind of like ducking the division, and when he's lost 2 of his last 3, you kind of need to make your name a little more credible. You know, win a couple fights, beat a big name, and then when you control your own destiny, you can do that. But when you don't control your own destiny, don't leave and run like a coward. Don't leave and run like you with tail between your legs. I feel like you need to make your name well known, or at least, I mean, his name's well known, but it's not. Don't leave on those terms, I guess I would say.
Okay. You think it's well known or just known to the boxing
he's
community?
well known. He's definitely well known. I mean, he fought Canelo.
And do you know who Caleb Plant is?
Canelo. I guess going from saying Joe Blow to Plant fight Canelo is
I get what you're saying.
Double-edged sword, but yeah, I mean, he's pretty well known.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know, man. I know that I think his championship. I feel like his championship days are over, especially if Benavidez is gonna stick where he's at.
I don't completely disagree with you.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a prize fighter. He's not worth as much now, like you were saying. Yeah, no, I think that he does find himself on a couple undercards. If he really has that will to fight and really wants to get back there, then, you never know, man. But the way that he fought on last Saturday, I was just like, I don't know if he was there to just, I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was just trying to steal the win. But from what I was watching and all that holding, I'm like, this is not boxing. You're not trying to box him. He was really quick. He was really fast, but he wasn't hurting Benavidez. Got another one for you. Now that Benavidez won, he's calling out Canelo Alvarez. Will Canelo answer Benavidez's call for a fight?
Let him.
That makes me laugh a little. That's funny to me.
What, the call out?
You want this one first?
I think, honestly, I mean, to me, Canelo's lost twice already. So, I mean, he needs to fight some random nobodies. He needs to fight who's ever up there, whoever's next, pretty much. Mm-hmm. If it's Benavidez, by all means, then let it be it. I mean, if your record's tarnished already, I mean, you don't have much, to say. Give the fans what they want. If the fans they want the best fighter, best fight, so be it. That's just me. Whether it be Benavidez or not, but if Canelo can't run for people right now, he can't just find some random people, random guys. That's not cool.
Yeah, no. Well, he is finding the random guy.
I know Canelo is a big name in boxing. Yes, we know one of the biggest names out there, but still,
he's the biggest name in boxing.
Oh, okay, yeah. But the guy's lost twice in his career. Yeah, we know he's lost too. But I'm just saying, you can't really at this point. That's just me. Say who you want to fight and who you don't.
Yeah, no. Well, so this is what he said. He said, "I don't say no to any fight, but I have goals this year. Then we'll see." So it doesn't sound like it'll happen this year.
He's one of those guys who does what he wants. He can do what he wants, but he's that big of a name in the sport. He draws the crowd. He draws the ticket. He draws the money.
He gets the money.
Yeah, it's all about the money, man, in boxing now. It's all about the money, sadly. All about the money. And after he beats Joe Blow, I do believe he'll fight a big name. I'm not 100%. I can't guarantee he'll fight Benavidez, but he will fight. I don't know if it's Bivol again or if he fights some other buddy and then he'll fight Bivol, but he will fight Bivol within the next year for sure, guaranteed 100%.
He wants that rematch, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He wants his belts back. He's gonna get. He's probably gonna do it in his hometown. I don't know if he fought in his hometown last time he lost, but if he didn't fight his hometown last time,
I think he did fight at home.
did.
did he? So
I think he did.
they'll probably fight Bivol's hometown then, and that'll be even more spectacle. That'll make him way more blow up if Bivol loses.
Yeah, but I don't think Bivol will say, "Let's go fight in your hometown." After I whipped you the first time.
No, that's what I'm saying. No,
Yeah, no,
more
he's gonna
spectacle
fight at
for him
home.
for him to go to Bivol's. Country.
Got you. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, since he already fought in Canel's turf.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm not guaranteed. I don't know 100% if he'll fight Bivol next or if he'll go the Benavidez route. I do believe he beats Benavidez if he does fight him, but like I said, it's a little too early to tell. And boxing is funky, man. They're I do believe Benavidez will give all the terms. It's all about terms and all this and that money, like I just said, which is unfortunate. You know, they want shares and this and that and ticket sales and merch and pay-per-view revenues and all this and that we don't even know about. But
Did Bivol and Canelo have a clause for rematch or not?
Yeah, there was a
yeah,
class.
it's in
Yeah,
there.
there's-
It's in there. Yeah.
So it's going time coming. Then.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know for sure, but if he beats Joe Blow, which 100% he will.
Yeah.
It'll be catastrophic if he loses.
Joe Blow is
If he
hilarious.
loses. Then the way boxing has been lately is boxing has been pressing boxers to make people fight people. They make them. They almost make them do it now. They make Canelo fight Joe Blow. So maybe boxing will push the Bivol fight after that. That's the only reason I say Benavidez might have to wait.
Ever since these celebrity fightings,
Yeah,
they kind of got no choice to get these fans what they want now.
Jesus, that's sad, man. The way the world goes now, people will pay for mediocrity and this,
People will pay for it. That's
that's sad, man.
that's the sad part, guys. They want to pay for some random guys who've never boxed
Yeah.
to start slapboxing each other.
And see the fact that I'm gonna bring up Jake Paul's name on our podcast will be like, oh hey, that's you hyping him up. Well, yeah, we're talking about Jake Paul right now. Jake Paul is honestly a disgrace to the sport, in my opinion. And the fact that he calls out guys that are proven fighters monthly, it's sad.
Isn't he doing MMA next or something like that? He got to deal with the whole MMA
I don't know.
league.
You hear something with this guy every week. I heard one week it's KSI, one week it's
His brother.
yeah. Then his brother jumps in there and talks about he wants to fight the guy who he lost to because he wants to take
Yeah, but I heard
his
that
back.
I heard that Jake and his brother are supposed to fight. Like
You can
Fight
see
each other.
they fight each other.
What? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I guess they got like
No
bad blood
way.
because of the whole KSI, the
Oh,
whole KSI
jeez.
deal that his brother got with for Prime hydration. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's some
yeah.
like bad blood or
That'll be-
something going on.
That'll be something.
I don't
else,
know. They got
that'll definitely be something else.
They're gonna hype it up and it's gonna be staged.
Oh.
they got YouTube
God.
family drama.
You took my Pokemon card.
I just want my boy Fury to fight. I jumped on the Fury train a little while back, and I just want to see Tyson Fury fight Anthony Joshua and squash that beef finally because Joshua's been calling him out, and Joshua don't stand a chance, and I just want him to get demolished and Joshua to retire because after he loses, kind of like I was on the crazy the Wilder hype for years. And Wilder just got destroyed, time in and time out. And that's like my Cowboys losing. The one Deontay Wilder loses, I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna go hide in a hole somewhere. But yeah, Fury beating Anthony Joshua will be something I would love to see soon.
No, I was a Wilder fan too, and then he went out there in that
The
that
the,
I don't know
crazy
that
other
suit.
the robot suit. or
Yeah, that
whatever
suit, and
it
then
was,
he got destroyed, and he was blaming it on the
Oh,
suit and everything.
God,
The
too
suit-
heavy.
The suit weighed like 200 pounds or something. I'm like, stop. I want to get him next time, and oh my god, he almost got killed. Stop the fight.
Yeah, so before we move to the next thing, we had that. Remember we were just talking about don't let the fight go to the cards. Don't let the
Yup.
decision happen. So there was a fight on this undercard. All right, mind you, this whole card was fired. I'm not gonna lie to you. This whole card was fired. Pretty much all fights were really, really good. I think they had 5 fights, and every single one of them it was just action-packed night, man. So it was worth the $75 that I paid for, and I don't say that very often.
I don't think anybody does.
But
Not anymore.
there was a fight. I think it was the second fight, 10-round fight. Chris Colbert versus Jose Valenzuela. All right. The way that this fight happened, Jose Valenzuela, to everybody, including myself, was winning on the cards, was getting things done. Chris Colbert did win a couple rounds, and I mean, I have it on here. Like, for me, he won a few of them, but he didn't win the fight. But according to the judges, Chris Colbert actually won. I think it was by split decision, or was it unanimous decision?
No, it was
I can't.
split.
It was split decision, but there was no way that Chris Colbert won that fight. And then Jose said, I won this fight. He's like, I want a rematch. And I don't think that rematch is happening.
It's unfortunate. Colbert got knocked down twice. Neither of them weren't that bad. but
In
still,
round one, one of them was round one.
he got knocked down twice. And how were the judges? I mean, I don't know what they were. Maybe the math was off. I don't know. But, I mean, if you're not knocking the other guy down 2 or 3 times, I mean, the cards are sure already be in your favor if you're knocking another opponent down twice. But yeah, I mean, the stadium or the arena was shocked. The announcers were shocked. Obviously, the fighters were both shocked. You know, Colbert, in his heart of hearts, he knew he lost that fight. You know, when he got his hand raised, he started acting crazy. You know, I can say all the things he was saying, but he was pretty much, you know, calling Jose Valenzuela. He was telling him, you're trash. He was trying to give him a rematch, yeah. But the dude was in his emotions. He thought he won, and he should have won. You know, but like I said, you know, sometimes you don't play with your food because, you know, it's not going to go your way. And it went to the cards, and he lost. It's unfortunate. And I don't know what fix was in. You know, I have no clue, to be honest. But it was bad. It was real bad.
It was definitely in, I'll tell you that. But yeah, no, that was a crazy one, man. I know that we wanted to cover it real quick, but that was like the only fight. Other than that, there was no other issues at all that fight on Saturday. Again, like I said, every other fight was great. We did get one. We did get one stoppage. It was Jesus Ramos versus Joey Spencer. Round 7, Spencer's corner stopped the fight. They threw in the towel, and Jesus Ramos won by TKO. Did you guys catch that one?
No.
I didn't.
Oh man.
Sorry.
You got
To be honest, now that we're doing podcasts a whole lot more often, we do got to watch a lot more of the undercards and a lot more of the smaller fights. But I really only watch, unless I'm a big UFC guy, I'll watch all the UFCs. But a lot of the boxing I only watch probably the main event, maybe 2 or 3 fights prior, because a lot of it's just not really that entertaining to me.
I know. I was surprised. I was surprised on the undercard, man. So I think it was the first fight was Cody Crowley versus Abel Ramos. Next fight after that was the Colbert Valenzuela situation. Then after that was Ramos Spencer, and that was wild. And then we had the Benavidez plant. But yeah, no, like again, all fights were good. I'm glad. I'm glad it went the way it went, man. Next up, though, before we get to the question, I do want to say that Devin Haney is fighting Lomachenko. It was just announced. I don't know.
When?
Yeah, it was.
Hey, that's a big one.
You didn't know about that?
No, that's
Yeah,
a
man.
huge fight.
Yeah, Devin Haney is
Wow,
fighting
I've seen
Lomachenko.
rumors maybe a week or 2 back, but no official. That's a big fight.
May 20th, he's defending his
Wow.
undisputed crown
Hey,
against Vasily
No.
Lomachenko.
I am shook by that fight because I love both fighters. Devin Haney's up and coming monster, and then Lomachenko's been doing it for a long time now. Wow, that's a fun fight, man.
It'll be live on ESPN
Lomachenko,
Plus.
he's like one of
what?
those. Lomachenko's like one of them OGs to the game. You know, he's been in the fight game for a while, and Devin Haney's one of those guys who is gonna demolish people for the next probably 15 years. So if I had to pick, I would probably take Devin Haney right now, but man, I can't make a 100% decision on that one right now. But damn, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, I think it was announced either yesterday or today. I just
Oh my
seen
goodness.
it.
That might be fight of the year.
Today, yeah.
That might be fight of the year.
Yeah, so again, that's going down.
Lomachenko got a chin.
That's going down May 20th, live on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. They'll be at the MGM Grand in Las
We
Vegas.
should stream that one. We should do something for that
What's up?
one.
We
That's a
doing?
good one.
We watching that here,
We
Jose?
should do that one.
You
Yeah,
watch it,
that's
that's
a good fight.
Yeah, so Haney's 29-0. Half his
Yeah.
fights been KO.
That's a good fight, man.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Devin Haney, man, I can't say enough about the guy. He just worked his way up. He hasn't had too many big fights, but just his game, man. He is so when he goes into the fight, he just shows that he's 10 times more 10 years advanced when it comes to people fighting who he's fighting. It's like he blows everybody out of the water. And yeah, I can't say enough about the guy. Man, I'm excited for that fight. With Lomachenko, he's been in the game for a while, and Lomachenko needs that win. If he beats Devin Haney, that's a huge win for Lomachenko.
Oh yeah,
So,
no.
yeah. Man,
That's a huge
some good
blemish.
news right
That'll
there,
be a
man.
huge
That made
blemish
my
on
night.
Haney's
That made
record.
my night right there. That's some good news right there.
oh yeah, because obviously he's 29-0.
Yeah.
Lomachenko's strict record it was 17-2, 11 knockouts.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean-
Lomachenko, he beat some good guys, so he's been in the game for a minute. But Devin Haney, man, he's probably the next. He's probably the next big thing in boxing, man. If you want to put somebody on that pedestal, he could be that guy. He could be that guy.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He was supposed to fight George Cambos, right?
Cambrosos, yeah, something like
Cambosos.
that. I never say his name, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
what
don't
happened with
know.
that?
Just never went through, yeah.
He
But
decided
you
to
know
withdraw
boxing,
from the
man. You know how
potential
boxing
June
works.
5th match.
Yeah.
It's money and greed, man.
Yeah. Cambrosos, I think he either came off a loss or he's won his last two.
No, he just beat what's his name, Lopez.
Lopez, Timothy.
Teofimo.
Yeah, okay.
Teofimo.
Teofimo, yeah. There you go.
All these boxers with a weird ass name, man.
Give the fans what they want. They start doing some.
This fight is
Boxing.
No, this fight. I'm just like just in general. You know, I mean, they should start doing some random
I'm
polls
saying
out
boxing's
there.
coming around. It's not like, you know.
Like I said, they're kind of stuck in a corner now. They had no choice, you know, with the celebrity fights.
Yeah, no, it's starting to
it's
starting to
coming
ramp
around
up.
for Sure.
So speaking of Devin Haney, man, I know that there was the next person that we're talking about, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. From what I heard in the boxing world, Ryan Garcia has actually been dunking Devin Haney. How do you guys feel about that? He's going after Tank first, but I guess he's also saying that he's going to go after Haney after this.
Well, he got to win, obviously.
He has to, but yeah, he could have got Haney before he got Tank.
No,
but he
Tank's
said,
the main guy.
but he could have had those belts. All those belts that Lomachenko's going for that we're just talking about right now, Ryan Garcia could have fought Haney for those, but he said that it's not about the belts or some BS like that.
Well, it was a struggle just for Garcia to get the fight done with Tank.
Yeah.
So who knows if Haney and him even wanted to get it done.
No, it was gonna happen. Haney wanted to fight like that.
Haney wanted to fight him?
That fight would have happened, but Ryan Garcia said no. That fight would have happened before this Tank fight.
Was Garcia the guy who lost to Haney like when they were like really young boxers? And
Yeah,
that's
like
why
when
he
they're
won?
amateurs?
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened like that. Yeah. So that's why I'm pretty sure that's the same duo right there when they fought earlier
In
their
amateur
careers
fights, yeah.
as young guys. That's the reason why I was like, yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't take that card and then run with it, you know, because Devin Haney he's blowing up the game right now, like I said, and I'm ecstatic over the Lomachenko fight. I think it's bigger than him fighting Ryan Garcia.
Oh wait, sorry. It said Devin Haney has lost twice to Ryan Garcia in his amateur career.
Ooh, well, that's why Garcia don't want to fight him then. He has nothing to prove. I mean, now obviously it's years later, but still, I mean, if I beat you twice in amateurs, I don't want to fight you.
Oh no, they're actually 3 wins each. So they
No,
face.
No,
That's crazy.
No, I'm pretty sure there's one boxer who's out there right now
So they fought each other 6 times?
They fought each other 6 times. They're split 3 and
man.
3, and they fought 6 times in amateurs.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now, and so it says Garcia wants to settle the score once and for all and have a 7 tiebreaker against the gargantuan welterweight-sized lightweight. He said so. This was from not too long ago. This was from like last week. So now, I guess I don't know what's going on with Ryan Garcia. All of a sudden, he's starting to say these things, but I know that before he said
Well, I
no
mean,
to the Haney fight.
maybe in his mind, I mean, he's fought Haney enough times already. It was like, okay, well, let me get Tank out the way. If he's confident enough that he can beat Tank, and then I'll get you next.
Yeah, is it? I don't know. Probably. Maybe he thinks Haney's the better fighter out of Tank and Haney.
Well, Haney's the best fighter of all three. No brainer. I'll take.
So
I'll take
if
Devin
Ryan
Haney overall.
Garcia is splitting the fights with Haney, then that means Ryan Garcia is just on par with Haney's skill.
Haney's better. Haney's probably the best fighter in boxing right now in general. Haney. I'll say Haney and then Earl Spence. That's the only two boxers
I like
that
Earl
excite
Spence.
me right now. I know Garcia got the hands, and I love his hands to death. He got hands faster than anybody in boxing.
Wait.
But only hands don't win you fights. You know, there's more to it. And Devin Haney and Earl Spence are probably the two best fighters in boxing.
Did you hear that Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is actually in
In the
contract
works,
talks again?
yes. Again, yes. I've heard that. And,
They've been talking for a long time.
Yeah,
It was supposed to happen last
100%
November.
What he just said, they've been talking for the longest, and I don't know where that's going to go. They with them, it's all about the money. With those two guys, Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, it's all about the money. And I've heard it's more about the money to Earl Spence from what I've heard and what I read. But at the end of the day, you can only read so much. People talk, people say, and then people write whatever they want. But at the end of the day, I've heard it's more Earl Spence's fault than Terrence Crawford. So if we're going into that,
Well, I don't know exactly how the contracts work exactly, but none of them
Yeah.
want to split it.
yeah, no,
Well,
it's never
if-
50-50.
Okay, well then just go. Hey, whoever wins gets 60. Whoever loses gets 40. Simple as that.
Yeah.
They all
Call it a
think they're
day.
the bigger draw.
You know, I mean that's fine. I mean, but still, somebody's got to lose, obviously. You know,
Yeah,
if
but-
they draw, okay, cool, 50-50 then.
Yeah.
but there's there's ticket revenues, there's a merchandise, there's everything. man.
Yeah.
it's not just 60-40.
These guys aren't making pennies on a dollar. I mean, they're making a good enough amount. I mean,
Yeah, I get it, but to them, I don't know.
for me to go into a ring for what is it, 30 minutes? However minutes I'm doing it for? Like, come on, man, you about to make millions.
Yeah,
Like-
off one fight, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you fight the big names, yeah, you're making millions off one fight.
Knocking out 3 rounds, man, you're good to go.
But if you lose, which some people, that they take the deception too. Oh man, if I lose, my hype's down, my game's down. The fighters I can fight are down.
Yeah, someone's got to lose, man. Like I said, it's a draw, but someone's got to lose.
I feel like that's a big part of boxing too. If you lose, then
It's bad.
Oh man, I'm way down in the ranks, or not even way down in the ranks. It's way down in my next chance to make millions. Because if you lose, then who knows what happens? You probably lose out on a lot of stuff that we don't know about.
Yeah. No, I actually think Lomachenko can actually beat Devin Haney. But I'll give my full
That's a
analysis.
good fight, man.
I'll give my full
I'm
analysis.
really excited for that fight.
I'll give my full analysis when we get there.
Only weeks away. It said May 20th. So
May 20th. Then I know.
Yeah.
that's weeks away.
Early prediction, in my opinion, Devin Haney works him, but Lomachenko's no slouch by any means, and yeah, that's where I'm at this point.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
So I know the next fight we got coming up here in a couple weeks is the Tank versus Garcia fight, and
Man, long time coming.
if Garcia wins, do you think that the rematch will happen right away?
Unfortunately, yes. Today's sports in general, like what UFC, boxing, so on and so forth, they fight 3-4 times in a row, and like it's not fun for the sport in my opinion. I want you to go out there and give other people a chance to win the belts, win the trophies, win whatever it might be. But when like you say for the UFC, for example, two guys fought in the UFC in a lower division, like almost like I think 4 times in a row, or Figueiredo and Moreno. I think the two guys that they fought like 3 or 4 times in a row, and I'm like, man, like what are you doing? That's not fun for the sport when you got 20 guys in your division trying to fight for a championship. So with that, yeah, I think he'll get a rematch clause, and if not right off the back, it'll probably happen real soon after that. within probably 6 months.
Probably like
Yes.
the last quarter
Yeah,
four
but
of
if you lose,
2023.
you want it right back. You want it right back. You want that. You want to get that resurgence. You want to get that demeanor back. You want to get all your whole credibility back.
Yeah.
People, the boxers like that. They if they lose, they go on a whole different level. Like they look, oh my god, I lost. I need everything back. I need it all back.
Okay, so if it goes by decision, the fight will happen this year. But if Ryan gets the knockout, you think?
I think if Ryan wins, regardless, Tank's gonna want to fight him before the end of the year.
if he gets knocked out, I don't think Tank's gonna want to fight him that fast.
No. Just in general, if Garcia wins either way, I think Tank's gonna want to. Hey, we're fighting again before the end of the year. But if Garcia loses, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
there's no
If
rematch.
Ryan Garcia loses, it's gonna be a little more. It's gonna be a little more one sided than if Garcia wins. Definitely.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And all right, so what's it gonna take for Mr. Ryan Garcia to actually beat Tank?
I want him to beat Tank. He's gonna have to knock him out. He's gonna have to. He's too experienced. His conditioning is real good, and his fundamentals are great. He's gonna have to catch a slip somehow for him to win. You don't want to get to the cards. That's just me.
No,
I would
Tank
like
could actually box.
No, exactly. But I would like to see Garcia win. Just for his career, he's been great. But if it goes to the cards, I think they'll give it to Tank. Yeah, I think Garcia has to knock him out. He has to win this.
Yeah. Ryan actually has only been like to the canvas. I seen him one good time. I forgot who he fought, but he got cracked one good time on his chin.
Yeah, I disagree with that, to be honest. I feel like Ryan Garcia, he has the hands, he has the IQ, he has the footwork to work anybody in boxing.
No, he can. No,
to
I
work
see that.
anybody
Yeah.
in boxing. He could stand toe for toe on anybody's weight class, and is working for 12 rounds if he's allowed to do it. If he has.
But
yeah.
will his chin like stand up to Tank's power? Because I seen him only get cracked one good time. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, how many boxers can take that kind of hit? I mean, Ryan Garcia can take hits, but it's
No, but he's only got tested once on that chin,
I
and he got
understand
back
that,
up.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, I do feel that Ryan Garcia will stand toe to toe with Tank, and I don't feel like I don't feel like.
You think it's gonna be a fight or a boxing match?
I just don't think he's gonna hit him enough. I don't think Ryan Garcia is gonna allow him to hit him enough.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like Garcia is a faster fighter, and no hands down. Tank sits back and waits. He's a shark. He'll sit there and wait for you. He'll wait for,
A defensive
he'll wait for his
fighter.
opportunity. Garcia, he'll sit there and watch you. He's not going to let you hit him like that. So I feel like Tank's going to wait. He's just going to get tagged, and round by round, Garcia's going to win. I'm not saying it's going to get knocked out or a decision, but I think if I had a pick, it would probably be unanimous for Ryan. I don't see Tank getting knocked out, to be honest. I mean, that would be like.
So you think it's like kind of like how the Rolly fight went, where
Yeah.
it
I was
was.
gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
When he fought with Tank fought Rolly, it looked like Rolly was getting him for a minute.
Oh no, he
Exactly.
was.
Exactly.
He was.
And I was like, oh man, hey, Tank's gonna go down because he was getting
Yeah.
some good hits in.
Because Tank waits. He waits for that one chance.
And like I said, Tank was just patient. He was he was taking the hits. A lot of headshots. And then Tank got, Rolly got caught slipping, and he just
got caught slipping.
he laid him out, and
into the ropes.
And
He
that
almost fell out the
was a
ring.
humbling. That was a humbling loss. That was a humbling loss for Rolly because he got a shot at Tank, and I don't think he even deserved it.
Nah.
he only had.
I think it was
a
just
dozen fights.
He was talking crazy to Tank though.
So like I said, Tank. He was like a defensive fighter. He was being patient, and he got him real good.
Yeah, no, he got him real good. That was a good fight, man. I watched that one. That was a fun fight. That was just one crazy punch. What was it, 7th, 8th round? Rolly was up on the cards on all the judges' cards actually. So I think if Ryan Garcia does the same thing, just doesn't rush it. I think Ryan Garcia is a lot more smarter fighter than Rolly is, and he's not gonna do what Rolly did to get knocked out. I think I think he's a lot bigger than Tank too. So it's gonna be a pretty dominant fight.
You seen his last interview? He lost a lot of weight.
Well, but the rehydration clause.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. His face looked sunk in. It was just shrunk. It was bad.
So far, I got him as the loser. Anyways, I got Davis in this fight for sure. Like, we'll break it. We can do a full breakdown of this fight, man, if you guys want. But I think Davis wins by unanimous decision.
I can see it happening. I would like Garcia to win. But the only thing, he has to knock him out. It's gonna be hard to do, but hey, when your back's against the wall, man. I mean,
it could be one of those fights where Garcia takes it there, where it's like one of those. Gervonta wins by decision, but it's like people are like, nah, Garcia got this. You know what I'm saying? I think it could be one of those.
Decision wouldn't be bad, but as a fan, I don't want.
I think it was a decision, like you were saying. Because I feel like Ryan Garcia, he has the power to do it, but it's going to take enough hits to take the Tank down, and that's going to be a lot to do, man. So I feel like Tank gets outworked rather than gets knocked out, and I see like Garcia winning at least 8 rounds, probably 8 out of 12. Just on the footwork and the hands, man.
So Garcia by decision.
Oh, hands down, yeah. Unanimous decision. Unanimous. Yeah.
All right. And so the way for him to win is pretty much what Rolly did, just without getting knocked out. All right, man. Next up, it was the opening week in the MLB, and my Oakland A's faced the Angels. They won 2-1, starting out 1-0 this season, man. The A's scored 2 in the 8th. I think. Well, who did we have? We had Kyle Muller pitching. Played 5 innings, 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 error. Man, all in all, it was a good game for the A's. But at what happened at the end though was pretty crazy, man. Anthony Rendon of the Angels got into an altercation with the fan, and we got it here for you, man. And then we're gonna break this down. So let's play this, sir. This is pretty great, to be honest with you guys. I'm just saying. Here we go.
Jeez.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, they got the audio. We don't need the audio, but. Gets called a bitch. Grabs the fan, pulls him towards him, and misses with the slap, man. If you're gonna get fined or suspended for attempting to hit, you might as well just hit the fan, right? You already got your hand on him.
You don't want to hit the fan.
Then you're getting a case drawn on you. You just grab a guy, it's one thing. If you hit a guy, it's a whole other story.
It's still assault, right? Isn't it still grabbing somebody? It's still assault.
If the fan wants to press it, he can. But at the end of the day, the stadium probably give him season tickets or something along those lines, and they'll squash it. But if the fan wants to press the situation, he most definitely could press that if he wants to against Anthony Rendon. But Rendon's definitely out of character for that one.
Definitely way out of character.
Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you're an MLB player. You hear that stuff on a daily basis, 24/7, man, on the field. when he's actually been on the field, but he's been hurt for 2 years. So when he's actually on the field,
maybe that's what got to him.
No, maybe maybe he's been on the field, maybe it's due to him again or something. I don't know, but
play that again, man.
When he's been on the field,
let's play this one more time real quick for everybody. Let's just.
I mean, there's only like 1,000 fans in the stadium. Why are you gonna let them get to you? I mean, I seen a picture of the stadium. There's only like 1,000 fans in the stadium.
No, you gotta do the transition, don't you? Yeah. Hold on. We got you guys. Let's play this one more time, man. I just want to see
one more time.
I don't get it, man. You get called a bitch, and then.
I mean, my buddy Valentino Vela is called a bitch. He thinks it's bitch. Yeah, mother.
Calm down.
But you're an MLB player.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but let's be honest.
You're on different terms, man.
There's no way that player got upset because he called him a bitch. it had to be way more than that.
Oh,
I mean,
most definitely.
that
There was
fan
probably more
was
throughout the
saying
game.
some outlandish stuff about his family, about his whatever, his dog. I mean, he was saying some outlandish stuff, and he was hearing it the whole game.
Yeah.
And that's why he grabbed him. I mean, it's very rare we see players interact with fans like that. We always see them, high five and signing autographs. It's a good thing I saw it though. I mean, if he'd have grabbed me, I'm like, yeah, I called you a bitch.
I would
Yeah.
let him hit me. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean, I'll be going
Give
at
me
him.
some money.
I'm like,
Give me some money.
Hey, you're horrible, man. You suck. You went 0 for 5, my boy. You're trash. But I mean,
Makes me want to go to an A's game.
did that player really not say it? I mean, did that fan really not say it? I mean, he was like, nah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Probably wasn't him. But the player thought
But
it
you
was.
know, some fans are like that.
No, a lot of fans are. But I
They'll
mean,
be like, no, I didn't say it. But I'm that fan.
but
that's gonna
there's
be
no
like,
way
"Yeah, I called
he
you a
had
bitch."
that fan had whatever fan it was had to be saying some outlandish stuff for a player to actually get in your face and grab you like that.
I hope it was the outlander stuff, not just that.
Yeah,
not
I
just
mean,
the
if I'm
B
gonna
word.
call you a bitch and
Not just
get
the
grabbed
B
like
word.
that, that's crazy. So I mean, I'll say some crazy stuff to the players. I don't even care.
Other than that, man, yeah, no. A's and Angels play again. I think tomorrow night or tomorrow. Hopefully we start the season off 2-0, man. San Francisco. Shout out to the Giants, the team across the bay. I know that they were out in New York this week. They allowed the Yankees to beat their ass 5-0. With our resident Giants in the building. How was the game, sir?
It was overall not too bad of a game. I mean, we only allowed most of our runs off jacks, the home runs. Judge got us early, and then Torres got us. I think for a 2-run bomb in the middle of the game, and I don't know how they scored the other two. But the overall game, wasn't too bad. I mean, Webb pitched really good baseball. We just couldn't allow any runs, which if any Giants fan knows, we're gonna have a really hard time scoring runs this year with our batting order. It's not looking too great, and one of our signings is already hurt, so it's not looking too good for us on the batting front. But our pitching always comes around. Like we always make the right decisions on the pitching mound. So we always do the right things there because we got a good staff, and we got a good ownership. They put us with the great guys to do the right things in the right situations. But it's also one of those things where you have too many new bats in the lineup. We got a lot of new faces in the batting order, and it's not going to work for the short term.
Gotcha. Yeah, no. So the Yankees scored first in the first, the fourth, and the seventh.
Judge, yeah.
Logan Webb actually got the start for the Giants. He pitched 6 innings with 4 hits, 4 errors, and 12 strikeouts. Am I right?
That's a
Pretty good day.
Giants
What record
Giants record, yeah, for opening day.
for opening day?
Oh yeah, for 12 strikeouts. Yeah, no, when I seen that, I was like, oh, that's pretty
pitched
nice.
good. We just can't get our runs, like I said.
No,
Run support.
obviously it's the Yankees. I mean, they got a
It is
beyond
the
D
But-
team.
Just so you know, Garrett Cole pitched against us. So Garrett Cole's probably a top 5 pitcher in baseball. So I mean, the fact that
Garrett Cole
we shut
actually-
the Giants out.
He walked somebody in the first inning, and then in the 4 innings he struck out 10 people.
Yep. He
So,
had
I
he had
mean-
a lot of Ks.
A lot of Ks, huh?
You know, if you go up there, Giants, like you said, and your hitting's not that great. You go 0-4, 0-5, man. That's a F.
Not looking too good
Yeah.
for
You
us.
know, you're a professional player. At least get to first base. Go
I
bunny.
think he had like
Yeah.
12, I think he had like 10 Ks through 4 innings. It was 4 or 5 innings, and that's not looking good for our batting order, man. One of our key signings ain't even played yet. I know it's only opening day, but it's one of those situations where you're looking at probably a 70 to 80 win season. That's not too good in baseball.
So who do you think on the? This question for you, Ant, since you're the baseball guru right now.
Yeah. Catch me on Sundays.
Who win? Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, catch them on Sundays for sure. TIYF baseball,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shout out to the pod.
Sundays at noon.
Yes, sir. Who wins the American League this year?
Um,
Yankees. Are they that good?
I predicted them in our podcast to win the World Series. So they're my guys. Yeah, I think there's nobody in the division that can touch them, and I think they're just so deep. When I know they're hurt early, but their injuries aren't going to be there forever, and their injuries they're going to go away, and they're just going to be they're too deep to lose, man. If they lose this year, it's going to be catastrophic, in my opinion. So I feel like this is their year. Yeah.
And then on the NL side,
Quick, based off the rankings I threw in there. Let me give you one real quick here for you guys.
right now it looks like the Cubs, the Padres, the Rockies.
Yeah,
the
I
Rockies are
I
2-1.
definitely had the Padres in there for sure. But the Padres, man, they always something about the Padres. They always just tend to blow it, man. Like they have a stacked squad.
They're 0-2 right now.
Yeah, exactly. My point exactly. They always have a stacked squad. Their batting order right now is filthy, and they can't make it happen. It makes no sense to me. But I would have to say maybe if you want to throw it out there, Atlanta's been doing it the past couple of years.
Atlanta got hitters.
Yeah, Atlanta's always been good for the past couple of seasons. And then maybe if you want to catch me with a sleeper, the Mets. Right here, first and foremost, the Mets. I think the Mets might have a good chance. Mets Yankees World Series, that would be great for baseball and for New York, obviously. So that would be crazy. Yeah, but if I had to pick one, it would probably, if I had to pick a World Series right now, it would be probably the Braves Yankees. But I would love to see Mets Yankees.
Mets Yankees.
Yeah, Mets Yankees would be nice with healthy squads.
Oh, the Mets are actually
Hell
good
yeah.
this year.
They're good, yeah. They're a good squad. Justin Verlander, actually, that's to say, with healthy squads, Verlander just got hurt. He's one of their key off signings. He was like, he was unhittable last year. So
You don't diss my boy Altuve like that though.
Altuve's hurt.
I know.
He's out
but
for 10 weeks.
His squad, damn, nothing. Baseball's a whole year.
10 weeks. Yeah, that's not a long time.
Understandable, but yeah, I don't know. Their pitching is a little iffy for me, in my opinion. I don't feel like they can stand with the big gun this year. They got the bats. The Astros had the bats, but the pitching is going to have to come around, or they're going to make a signing or a trade at some point to make the team a little better for a World Series contention.
Phillies are up there.
Phillies are cool, but Bryce Harper, like these are teams right now that I'm saying based off injuries.
Harper's
Harper's hurt.
Yeah.
Harper's hurt. He's out probably or at least another month. And they're saying maybe till All-Star break, depending on how they're doing. I don't know how doctors work, but they're saying that there's a different people say different things. And the Phillies they signed Trey Turner, so that's gonna help them until Harper comes back. Trey Turner's top 5 playing baseball probably, so they're good there. But overall, I'm sticking with my picks. Right. Astros, yeah, they're definitely in there though. I'm not gonna knock that one because I mean they're the team to beat, obviously. So you can't knock them till you beat them.
To me, they're like the Warriors.
100%, yeah,
Of the
100%.
Of baseball. Staff squad have been together for years.
Yeah.
Past 6 years, they just been in it.
But did the Warriors cheat?
Altuve never cheated.
Hey, I'm just throwing that one out there. Did the Warriors ever cheat to win?
Altuve did cheat.
No, he didn't. No proof.
I'm just saying, did
He
they?
cheated.
I didn't say did. I said did they cheat?
We seen it.
Yeah,
I seen the video.
There's a lot of signs. I'm not trying to poke the bear too much, but there's a lot of signs, a lot of evidence that states differently. But I'm just saying that the Warriors never cheated to win a championship, unless you want to say that them signing Kevin Durant as a cheat. But
No, that's just
That's another
not
topic.
really-
It's
you
not
know
really
what I'm
topic.
saying, you know what I'm
I could
saying,
go all
though.
day on
you
Durant.
know what I'm saying. But yeah, it's whatever.
I mean, that's not KD's fault. I mean, Miami.
Oh yeah,
Miami did the
KD
same
went to that
thing.
team and became the best player. So
Miami did the
I
same
love that.
thing.
I love KD for that. People knock it, but
LeBron James. But Celtics actually started that wave. So I mean, we could talk about. We could have a topic. But we
I
can,
can't wait for the playoffs.
We could
of
talk about that.
basketball. I can't wait for playoff basketball, guys. I can't wait for it.
Sacramento, man, we lighting that
Never
beam.
play
We light that
basketball.
beam tonight, yo. Remember that.
I can't wait for playoff.
We
basketball,
lit that
man.
beam tonight.
Playoff basketball is so
47
fun.
wins now?
Yes, sir.
Man.
The Kings, bruh.
Hey, a 50 dub on a season?
Hey, that's gonna be nice.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, he has to come close. Yeah.
Shout out to my uncle who put 10,000 on the Kings who won the championship this year.
No way.
Nah,
That was-
I know.
Oh,
Beginning of the
Got
season,
me on that one.
No, beginning of the season, there's a guy or a female, somebody out
There's
there.
always bettors out there.
Someone put 10,000 on the Kings, Sacramento Kings, to win the championship, and then the payout's like $7 million or some crazy number.
That's crazy.
So whoever that was, as a smart individual, put 10,000. Obviously, yeah, you'd have had some money for it already, but still, that's a lot of money to lose.
But that's a lot of money to win.
Yes, it is.
That's a lot of money to win.
He
man.
better buy drinks for everybody in the bar. I tell you that.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like,
You buy the bar,
I like
bro.
both levels of the bar too. Not just lower level. Like, the whole bar.
Drinks gotta be free for the,
Yeah, like
for the
the whole
arena.
bar, like for the night. Yeah.
All right, man. You got anything else on baseball? I'm about to be watching some of these baseball games too here. I know I'm gonna watch the
Baseball's
A's.
coming on strong.
I'm watching the A's
Coming on strong.
tomorrow. I'll probably watch some Giants baseball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll keep up to date with some baseball stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
baseball's
tripping.
fun, man. Baseball's everyday stuff.
I got
too,
something for the fans. You think about this before you go to sleep, all right? It's your first game going to MLB. You don't have to be your first game. It could just be been a dozen games. A foul ball, or even a home run. You catch it. There's a child in front of you crying that they want it. Do you keep it? You've been trying for the longest. You've been wishing to get it. You're an adult now.
I got my own kid.
Do you give the ball to the child in front of you, or do you keep it?
Got my own
Give
kid.
it away.
You give it
Got my own
away?
kid.
You still caught it regardless.
But
Hey,
what if you
hey,
have a
remember,
kid
you're on
with you?
camera, too.
What if your kid's with you?
It don't matter.
Okay, kids are not with you.
Oh yeah, nah.
Nah, but you
You
take
get
a,
it?
you take a picture with the ball and then you give it away. Simple thing. You still caught it regardless.
I'm for sure keeping that ball.
Why?
It's F them
What is it
kids,
gonna
right?
do for you?
I
F
caught
them
it.
kids.
What is it gonna do for you?
I
F
caught
them
it.
kids.
What is it gonna do for you?
I caught it.
What is it gonna do for you?
Means I caught
I
it.
caught
You're a
it.
36-year-old man. What does it do for you?
I caught the ball.
What is it gonna do for
I
you,
caught the
bro?
ball.
What is it gonna do for you?
Nothing, but it's mine.
One of your kids is gonna throw in the dirt and it's gonna sit in the corner for.
I got my kid at the
2 years.
house, bro.
I can say I caught Judge's home run
Exactly.
or foul ball.
That's the thing. You take a picture with it, and that's that.
It took me X amount of years. The
What
kid
if
in
it's a
front of me
record breaker?
can get his own time to shine.
What if it's a record breaker?
Exactly. What's a record breaker? Money on the line.
What do you mean?
What if it's a record breaker?
It's
One
a
of those.
68 home run.
Oh no, hell no!
No.
Hey, we're talking about millions of dollars. that kid, if it's Judge's City first, was sold for like $1 million, yeah, I'm keeping that ball 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if it's a regular baseball, any given Sunday, yeah, by no means I'm giving it away. Foul ball, home run ball, I don't care.
Okay.
Take a picture of it real quick.
So have you ever caught a foul ball or home run?
I was real
I
close.
Have you?
I was real close out center field, Giant Stadium.
At the at River Cats.
Oh, that don't count.
How does that not count? Still
It
baseball?
counts.
That's quadruple A.
It's a
Nah,
foul
we-
ball.
I'm talking about.
You just said it had to be MLB.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk
Bro,
about.
I
I'm not
it's
talking-
still catching
stop
one.
it.
Come on,
It's
man.
still catching
Stop
one.
it. It's all
All
the same.
right, now we're going too far.
I caught a line drive, bro. Like
All right,
those
yeah,
balls
I-
come
well,
at you
then-
fast.
Well, then I guess I don't count the all foul ball. They count my kids' T-ball games, in right? I can't
Oh,
count
those
either.
don't count.
All right, fans, let me know. Let me know what you guys think.
Hey.
You get catching the ball, keeping it, or you giving it away? Let me know one time.
Does it count at a AAA game? This guy said
They
quadruple A.
count. Triple A counts.
So real quick, a couple updates for the NFL, man. So I guess Greg Roman is not participating in the NFL this year. He plans to sit out of
What did he
2023,
cheat
and he
a couple years
also.
ago?
Stop it.
So yeah, no, he won't be. I mean, he reflected on
He
his
cheated a couple years ago.
his time with
Football?
Lamar.
Yeah, cheating in football a couple years ago.
Oh,
Greg Roman? One of the defense coordinators was a cheater.
no, he's offensive coordinator.
Oh, defense coordinator.
And it looks like Houston is making a decision on a trade for Ravens Lamar Jackson.
Houston
No.
is?
Houston.
No way.
Man, I just said this on Wednesday's podcast too. I said, "What about Houston?" You guys said, "No, that is unlikely." And blah, blah. They don't have a quarterback.
No chance.
They have no quarterback.
Lamar Jackson will not agree to a trade to Houston.
Why not? What's wrong
What
with
do you mean,
Houston?
Why not? It's
What's wrong with Houston?
It's Houston, ladies and gentlemen.
They got a solid running back.
Anybody's gonna hear this podcast.
They
Lamar
got a solid
Jackson
running
will not
back.
Agree to a trade to Houston. There's zero chance. Come on, man. They got nothing in Houston. There's zero value in going to Houston and making that team better because that's all he's gonna have is him. Nobody else there. They traded Brandon Cooks. There's nothing in Houston for Lamar Jackson. Nothing.
If he got the money, do you don't think he would
you
go?
you got a young running back, but you got a young running back in Baltimore too. So I don't see no difference in Houston. Yeah, you have the guaranteed dollars, but you're not gonna. I mean, yeah, if he's all about the money, yeah, by no means go to a new team that will lose for the next fucking decade. But if you want to go to a team who wants to win and make playoff aspirations,
I don't
you're
think
not
they
going
lose
to
I don't think
Houston.
they'll lose for the next decade. Not getting
Come on,
Lamar
man.
Jackson.
You got the Jags. The Jags are tough now. The Jags. I'm not a Trevor Lawrence fan, but the Jags are tough now. And you got the Colts who are going to draft a quarterback. They've always been above mediocre.
Who?
The Colts.
They were above mediocre last
Above
year.
mediocre, yeah.
They were above mediocre last year.
Above mediocre.
Yeah,
They're a
right.
bottom tier team.
No, but they're going to be above mediocre with a new quarterback. And overall, they've been above mediocre.
They had the premier running back of the league last year who
Whose fault is
did
that? They got
nothing.
hurt.
Who
That's
did
not their
nothing.
fault. That's his fault.
He was
It's
not
not
hurt
the
in
Colts'
game
fault.
one. Wasn't
It's
nah
the Colts' fault.
nah
You blame the Ravens for Lamar Jackson.
Horrible
That's
team.
not their fault.
horrible team.
Lamar Jackson got hurt, so now they're trying to protect themselves from the problem. Like, you
Yeah,
can't-
but if Lamar's trying to get paid and they're gonna pay him, Lamar's gonna go to where the money's at.
if that's the case, that's horrible. But I disagree with that 100%.
Nah,
because
but I think,
you want to go to a winner. You want to go to a team that's going to compete.
I think that whatchamacallit is out. I don't think Houston's doing it. I believe that's what I just read.
Houston?
Yeah, I think they said no. I think they made the decision and said no.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
I don't think nobody is there.
Houston got
Are
a
they
lot of
blackballing?
holes, man.
Are they blackballing Lamar?
We talked about this a dozen times. Of course they are.
No, we'll stop it.
Yeah.
Well, there's aliens in space too.
Even a lot of players have said it. You know, former
Stop
players have
it.
said it.
Stop it.
That after Deshaun, got his guaranteed, and even after it started with, I guess,
What
with
does that do anything?
it started with Cousins, who got his fully guaranteed with the
my
Vikings,
goodness.
and that was about 4 or 5 years ago now. And he can't get his guaranteed money only because he's a dual threat quarterback. They don't want to
Because he
give.
gets hurt every year. That's why.
As of recently, yes,
But
but
even recently, the last 2 years, he's been out like 8 games. Stop it.
But
that's
is
the reason
it-
why.
but it
Yeah, that's
also-
the reason why.
but it's also this past year, everybody had their opinions that he may have sat out majority of the season at the end.
Yeah, but
he's perfectly healthy.
Yeah, but he was good to go. That looks bad on him. So why would you pay him that money in the first place then?
I mean, it doesn't really
Well,
look bad.
It
but-
looks bad on him then. If the Baltimore Ravens are in the playoffs and you're healthy and you don't want to play because you're being a poor sport, that looks bad on you, not on the team. You play regardless. You play because you're under contract. You don't play because you want more money. If you're under contract right now, you play under that contract, right? Right? Or am I wrong? I mean, you play under what you're under. If you want more money in the long run, yeah. And if you can't agree to that, then you leave. But I didn't hear about this. But if it's true, and he didn't play because he was healthy, and because he was salty because he didn't get paid, then that looks really bad on his part. And I'm gonna take it back a lot about what I said about him.
100%. I'll be honest. If
If that's
if I'm
what
on a team and another player is 100%
big
healthy
difference.
and doesn't play, we'd be fighting for sure.
That makes a big difference. If he was under contract and he didn't play because he was salty because he wouldn't get a big paid top dollar, and he was healthy the whole time, or even part of the time, because he was out for a while. He's probably out for like half the season. But if he was ready to go for playoffs and he didn't play because he didn't want to get hurt or because he didn't want to impact his value, yeah, that's saying a lot about him. A lot about him.
But also the organization. Look,
No,
but
no.
from a player,
That's all him. That's all
from
him.
a player's aspect, if you look at it, the guy won MVP,
Yeah,
had a crazy season,
yeah.
and been All Pro twice now.
Yeah.
4 or 5 seasons.
I don't
Yes,
care.
sir.
Okay, no, it been on count. Okay, but it's fine. But his numbers has 15 losses,
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
and the
great
team
quarterback.
doesn't want to. The team doesn't want to extend you. That's like a slap in the face.
Doesn't want to extend you. Doesn't want to give you what you're offering, what you're asking for. You're a guy who missed 8 games last year at least, half the season. And based on what you're saying, if he didn't play because he wasn't getting paid, or because he was salty about his situation, that makes you look even worse. That makes you look like a scumbag. You let your team out there to rot with Tyler Huntley?
He's a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Because you
Pro
weren't
Bowl-
getting paid top
Pro Bowl
dollar, and you were
quarterback.
scared to get,
Yeah.
and you were scared to get hurt again. Again, you were scared to get hurt again. Again, let me listen again. You're scared. You're scared to get hurt again. Your body, you're scared to get hurt again, and you didn't want to play because you're trying to protect your value. Get out of here, man. That makes no sense to me. You go out there and play with your squad, and you battle it out, and you worry about you buy yourself an agent to shoot yourself in the foot right there, and you get yourself an agent, and you do your thing, and you settle it with whoever in the offseason, because that makes no sense to me, man. If that's true, I haven't heard about that till literally right now. If that's true,
So he's looking to make $50 million guaranteed
crazy.
per season. That's what he's asking.
Yeah, it's close to, but because Deshaun's made like 45.
So he's asking for
Before
$50 million
restructuring.
guaranteed per
Yeah.
season.
Guaranteed, all guaranteed too. So I mean, I'm not.
Rodgers is already getting 50.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
I'm
already
not.
up there.
I'm not against the numbers, but if I'm on a team that's looking for him, I'm not going for it. Just based off of financial structures and this and that, and the way football works down, it doesn't work for your franchise. But if you're a team who needs a quarterback really bad, yeah, sure, you'll take a chance on him. Yeah, sure, that's what I've said on every podcast I've been on for the past month or two. That he's going back to Baltimore. He'll be back in Baltimore. They'll squash bygones. And Lamar Jackson might not even he'll put on a face for him. Probably he'll probably be one of those guys who put the mask on and then smile in front of everybody, and he'll be pissed off in the background. But at the end of the day, he'll be getting paid.
If he gets paid,
He'll be getting paid. He'll be getting paid
paid.
a hefty dollar to stay in Baltimore.
I can't see. I'm blind. I need my
blows me up,
glasses,
though.
but there's a glare.
That blows me up. That I heard that right now, that he didn't play healthy. Man, that kills.
Is that what I was hearing? I think that's what I was hearing.
That's what I'm saying. If that's true, that's really bad on his part. And dang,
He wouldn't be the first one to do that.
no, by any means, no. But look, when you have to look from a team aspect. When you're 1 of 53, you want to be, and when you're the quarterback, when you're 1 of 53, you want to be there. You gotta be there. You're that guy. You're the quarterback, my dude. You're not just you're not a center. You're not a left tackle. You're not a middle linebacker. You're the quarterback, my man. You run the team, and if you don't want to be there based off of
Money.
your financial stability for the long term, that's just so immature,
we
so
went
childish. Oh my goodness, are we done?
I don't know.
Looking like it.
It looks like we still live. We
Oh.
still live. Hold on,
We're still live.
we're having some technical
But yeah,
difficulties right
I
now.
feel like that's just that's such a bad look on Lamar Jackson's side, and teams should take that into
Oh yeah,
consideration.
we still got audio, guys. We still good. We're still good at least for the
Yeah,
audio.
well, we're audio, so say something.
All right. Hey, from the player's aspect, he wants his money, and him sitting out is probably
Camera
the
will
reason
be
why.
back soon.
I mean, $200 million. If I go out there and I tear an ACL, obviously he's a dual threat quarterback. If I tear my ACL, I'm not gonna sit there and get paid by nobody, not even this team.
Exactly.
So I mean, it was a financial decision. I'm pretty sure. You need to sit out the rest of the season and see what happens if I get franchise tagged. Whatever exclusive franchise tag, they let me go. They trade me. There's 31 other teams that will take a look at me. I mean, honestly, all 31, just at least 15 teams that for sure will take a look at me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so do you think him not having an agent is really what's killing the whole him not getting paid?
I would say no, because there's plenty of players
There we are. We back. We back, Jack.
over the past 3 or 4 seasons, even past 10 seasons that have represented themselves.
True.
It's not a whole lot, but you can count them on 1 or 2 hands easily.
Yeah.
And they represent themselves, and they get paid still. They get paid handsomely too. Nothing small.
They get paid handsomely, top dollar. If you're a good quarterback in the NFL, you get paid top dollar with incentives, with Patrick Mahomes is getting paid 10% in crudities based off of what the stadium's doing and what the Chiefs are doing going forward. So
10%.
10%.
No.
I'm pretty sure 10%. I'm pretty sure 10%. That's why Mahomes is smart. But he's getting paid based off of the team blowing up, not going down. So when the Chiefs get better, Mahomes is paid more. That was a smart part of his contract. At least 10%. But Lamar Jackson, like I said, I'm a broken record on it. If what these guys are saying to my left is true, I'm devastated by it. I haven't heard it yet, but that makes Lamar Jackson look like a scumbag, like a.
People got to do what they got to do, man.
They do, but no. You're still on a team. You don't leave your team hanging in a playoff game because you want to get paid. That don't make no sense to me. And it might just be me. It might be a certain few out there listening or hearing the podcast. But when you're on a team with a lot of guys who give their bodies out every week, I never played professional football, never played XFL, never played Arena League, never played high school football, never played college ball. They don't matter.
But he's the best two-hand touch player.
Just the aspect of football in general. When they give their bodies every week, there's more there to it than just, oh hey, I'm worried about a paycheck. At the end of the day, if you're really one of those guys, one of those true guys who want to win, I would look into that as a GM, as an owner, and that's probably why Lamar Jackson isn't getting very many offers at this point. If what they're saying is true, because why am I not giving 2 picks for Lamar Jackson, who's the MVP? Maybe because he gave up on his team. That might be more to it. Maybe he gave up on his team. Maybe he wasn't there for his team in the gridiron parts of the season when it mattered the most. And that division is tough too. That division is one of the toughest in football. So yeah, that's ugly if that's true. That's pretty ugly on my part.
I feel it. Well, so the next thing I want to talk about real quick. So the NFL expansion should be happening within the next couple years. The league is looking to create international division in the coming years. How do you guys feel about international play? And how do you think? What is the dynamic that's going to go along with the NFL having international teams along with the already established teams?
I think the travel would be crazy
That's going to suck
for a lot of teams.
It's gonna be devastating.
We already have what is it? Florida team, Jaguars owned by Khan, and he's from England or something like that.
Shit.
And a lot of teams are already going over there yearly. I think we had 4 games over there now a year. And if you have some more teams, I think they're trying to get a team in Mexico or something like that.
Yeah, Mexico.
I mean, that's close, obviously, but I mean, we could start going.
But if we have teams in Europe,
it's
like all throughout Europe,
I mean, you talking about those teams got to travel 8 times? That's a lot. And they're complaining now just for going down there once. I think on some of the schedules they'll fly to Europe, and then they have the bye week after that.
So what are they going to do? Bring 8 teams in and are going to be bringing 4 teams in with 1 extra division?
I think that at the NFL, they'll probably try with 1 team to see how it works first.
Yeah, but what division? Are they going to be the Far East Coast or Far East team? Far East Coast. Sorry, that's how high.
It's probably put them in a weak division, like NFC East or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to have their own division. You can't have 5 teams in one division.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying maybe they'll try it with 1 team. Maybe they'll try it with 1 team. I'm just saying. You gotta try. I'm gonna just start with a whole division. I think they'll start with 1 team. I just mean
you can't throw 2 teams in there out the back. I mean, you might have.
They're talking about bringing in a whole division, though.
I mean, that's years down the road. I would believe that's at least a couple years out for sure. At least 3 or 4 years out. If they did, that would be a whole division for their whole aspect where it's going to be, whatever country it's in. Probably be somewhere in England, because that's where we play most of our games. And they would have something similar to that, where they had 4 teams in the tiers: England, Britain, in Manchester, somewhere around there, all those areas.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany is somewhere
Italy.
within the regions, you know.
Yeah, within
somewhere
Europe.
around there, and they would just play each other 4 games probably for sure. Or no, 8 games, sorry. Total was the 2 division games apiece,
Yeah.
and they would fly out here for the rest. But that'd be tougher. I mean, to be honest, bro, that'd be tougher on them than it would be on us because they're flying out for most of their games to us, not to them.
Not necessarily if they fly out. So say, look at, they have like, they're going to have 8 home games, right?
Yeah.
All right. So they're going to probably do 4 home games, 4 away games, 4 home games, 4 away games. Or, you know, something like that.
I just feel
That would
like
make it, that's probably the logistics part of it. But I'm, again, whoever they play is whoever
I
they
just feel
play.
like the structure of them having to come over here more. But the away game, not non-divisional games, their structure is that's 8 games.
Yeah, no.
Or 9 games based on the new schedule.
Oh, yeah, 9 games
So
now.
that'd be 9 games over here. So that'd be more flying outs over here. That's
Just one extra
fucking
flight.
12. But I'm saying that's like. That's a 12,
But that- we still have-
12-hour flight or something, you know. Like
It's
whatever,
the same thing
however
for us
far you
going
are
out
away.
that way. It's
Well, yeah, but
it's all the same.
But we're playing more. But like what I'm saying is, we're not playing that division or those guys that many times. So we're not playing those
whoever's
guys
in
that
that
many times.
division. Yeah, you are. You got 4 times, whatever.
I'm assuming that they're gonna be their division. They're gonna be their own division, you know. So I wouldn't expect. I would expect the New York Jets to be in their division and they have to fly out there 4 times a year. You know, I would assume they're on the division for 8 games and they fly here for 8 games or 9 games. They play games against them and they play 9 games against us.
I don't know. To me, already there's 32 teams. That's even number.
It is an even number.
If you add it, every division's even number. I mean, you know, so if you add odd team,
You would have to add 2 divisions.
If you add it, and you have to. I mean, that's why I don't think they would. That looks like a crash and burn waiting to happen.
Like Europe West and Europe East or whatever the
I don't
hell.
know,
it's
just
gonna be
start
called.
with one team and see how it works.
It's
Throw
weird.
them in a random division and see how it works. Because obviously they don't have like crazy jet lag. You talking about if they have to travel half the games? That's crazy. I mean, we flying to Texas. That's like a whole day thing. You talking these guys flying halfway across the world?
That's what I'm saying. They're probably gonna have
not a 6-hour flight to New York. You're talking about a whole.
unless
over
they
there.
do 8 straight away games and then 8 straight home games. That would be the only way that would actually work.
That's impossible.
That's not impossible.
It's not impossible. It's not fair.
How?
Because they have 8 straight home games.
Yeah, exactly.
But not necessarily, because if they got to play somebody in their Europe division or whatever, that's still
I just think-
it's still a away game.
The NFL are probably getting. They're experimenting already with.
So you think about it, they'll
games that are
have
going over there already.
so whatever division they're in, they're gonna
I
have.
agree. I agree with you a little more. I take it into context, but if they play 8 straight games over there in their division, they stay over here for the other 8. It makes a little more sense.
Okay.
I take it into context, but yeah, it makes a little more sense if it were to happen. But it's still funky for only one team. Like Jose said on 32, so they're at least 34. It's for it to happen, but it's still a little funky.
Yeah, so they'll have pretty much
Yeah,
their division
What
games.
you said made more sense.
Their division
Yeah, what you said
games, they'll have their home
way
games.
more sense.
baby steps.
They're
baby
still
steps.
playing out there, but they'll have to have those couple games where they come out here,
Yeah.
and it'll be set like on a 2-3 week basis. But they're
I
not
mean,
gonna.
it's hard enough to get just a single franchise going. What was the last one? Texans.
Yeah,
So I mean,
but
that was one team.
The Texans? Yeah, it was the Texans.
Before that was Panthers. So I mean,
The Panthers was
Yeah.
like 90 something.
But-
No, Jacksonville was after the Panthers, wasn't they?
it was one of those. Anyways,
Something like that.
It takes a while just for one franchise. Now we talking about just popping up 8, 10, 12 new teams. Like, come on, I mean,
True.
let's just start with 1 or 2, and we'll
Yeah,
we'll
you
see how it
got to
goes.
start with 2, for sure. But I'm not against it by any means. It's fun to.
Then you got to get
expand.
owners. You got to do
more
all
players, more for what we talk about the most, fantasy relevance. That makes a huge difference. You know, when you start drafting more players, more options.
that. Our rosters would be a lot
Yeah,
bigger,
rosters
deeper.
It would be so much different, man. Yeah, 2 more teams, man. That's crazy difference. That's what we talk about the most, fantasy. So that's what we mean when we talk about the most on the regular. So that would mean expansion is just
I
great.
don't want none of that. None of them on my team.
Hey, you never know, man.
I had a 14-hour flight. I'm
Well,
not gonna do
but
good.
I'm saying, but usually when teams get expanded, there's usually expansion draft. So what if Derrick Henry goes to the England Expos or some shit? I don't know. You know, what if Derrick Henry was over there? Then you draft Derrick Henry in the first round. You know, so
Yeah.
you never know. It's those expansion drafts.
A lot of hypotheticals. Just start
yeah.
start with one or two teams, and then even one. Just see how it goes. They're already doing 4 or 5 games a year over there, anyways, with the teams that we have now, and they're already complaining.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can only imagine a whole season of a team.
I mean, they get like 4 games a year. I think 4 or 6 games a year or something. That's pretty good.
Currently 4. They're probably gonna push it to 8 or 9 in a minute.
Yeah.
It's a lot for teams now, but teams complain on the regular about how they got to fly out there.
Yeah, but if you think about it, you got to play other teams out there while you're out there. You're not
Yeah.
gonna end up flying back right away. You're gonna do that one. You're gonna do you're probably just gonna do the little the whole circuit.
Yeah.
Like as I said, you'll be out there for 3 to 4 weeks,
Yeah, I mean,
so the jet lag won't be as bad.
I guess you'll be out there for the whole time. Yeah, but I mean,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
won't be out there for 4 weeks.
We make it sound easy, but
Just saying. I'm just saying. That would be that would be the most like logical thing to do if you're gonna have that, instead of having teams fly back and forth and really mess them up with the whole jet lag situation. You just have them play the teams out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. You guys got anything else, man?
Oh, we are good.
I just want to say,
It's been a good one.
light the beam, baby. You know what I'm
light
saying?
it.
Kings got that dub tonight. Lakers got that dub today. They're in 7th place. We're 3rd
17,
place.
baby, they don't want to see us. I can't wait for it. I can't wait.
Shout
We'll be
out to
we'll
my
be out there
Oakland A's.
screaming.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my Oakland A's. We 1-0 right now. It's feeling good. Shout out to the Giants. Hopefully, they get their shit together and they get on track. Hey, make sure this Sunday you guys catch the TIYF Fantasy Baseball Podcast starring Big Ant and our guy Paul the Truth Venegas over on
At least
on
wait till we
Twitch,
done, eh?
on YouTube. My guy hey man, these guys are crazy. And then here he comes.
Watch the
There
floors,
he
man.
goes.
Watch the floors, man. You gotta take a piss. He ain't running.
Yo,
That boy almost
he
stepped on
ran. Hey, anyways, catch him on Sundays noon on TIYF or on twitch.tv/TIYF _pod on youtube.com @TIYF pod. Follow all the socials, Instagram, Twitter @TIYF pod. If you guys want to shoot us an email, man, it's at TIYFpod@gmail.com or TIYFpod@gmail.com, man. Wednesday nights, we got our fantasy football podcast. That one starts at 8 p.m. Right here. Not on this channel, sorry. It's on twitch.tv /TIYF _pod and on the youtube.com @TIYF. All that bullshit, man. You already know what we doing here. For everybody here, Jose, Big Ant, this is your boy Billy F. Gates, a.k.a. Steamin' Billy Beeman. This is your Fantasy Presents This Game Time.